Picture this. It's 2007, and Apple unveils a game-changing device that takes the world by storm, the iPhone. Since then, this iconic device has become a staple in the tech industry, adored by millions of users worldwide. Year after year, Apple has kept us on the edge of our seats with upgraded iterations of the iPhone. But brace yourself, because a monumental change is on the horizon. As we speak, Apple is hard at work on the highly anticipated iPhone 15, which could potentially mark the end of an era and become the last ever iPhone. But what does that mean for the future of the iPhone? Buckle up, because we're about to dive into the details. So, Apple is not going to end the iPhone as of right now. This is not what we are talking about. By the end of the year, you will get an iPhone 15, and that is for sure. However, we are talking about Apple's long-term plans for a year or two from now. Despite the iPhone still being one of Apple's best-selling devices, and despite it still making Apple a fortune, this won't last forever. After 15 long years of dominating the smartphone industry, it's safe to say that almost everyone who has ever desired an iPhone has already gotten their hands on one. This is not the only problem. With the prices of the iPhone going up, especially over the past few years, users are no longer upgrading their iPhones as often as they used to. The iPhone Pro, for example, currently starts at $999, which is more than it cost last year. So, if you already own one that is a couple of years old, you would not be really considering changing your device to the newer model as long as it still works well. And an iPhone normally can work for a few good years. Apple tried to address this problem by entering new markets and trying to acquire new users over the past years, but everyone at Apple knows it's only a matter of time before this problem catches up to them. Users are not going to keep buying iPhones forever, or at the very least, the rate is slowing down, and that is a problem. Plus, Apple knows that the idea of a handheld smartphone has been around for decades now, and it's about time to make a fundamental change. The same tech never lasts forever, and it's the companies that are fast to make a shift to the newer tech that makes the most money when users eventually get bored of the older devices. It's time to start seriously considering an alternative to the iPhone, and Apple knows that. But Apple does not want to replace the iPhone with a different or upgraded smartphone because this won't bring them any major profits. Instead, Apple wants to move away from the old formula of making smartphones and move towards a future in which a smartphone is no longer a device that fits into your pocket. And all this can be achieved by a two-step plan, with the first step of this plan having already taken place on June 5, 2023. During WWDC 2023, Apple announced its first ever mixed reality headset, the Apple Vision Pro. Going from what Apple has shown in their keynote, it is going to be a revolutionary device. As soon as you wear this headset, tons of cameras and sensors fitted inside this device will quickly place you in a new world in which everything in your surrounding can be moved and modified through a mix of augmented and virtual reality. This single device will be capable of doing almost anything your Mac, iPhone, or iPad can do, and it will do it a lot better. You can use it to browse the web, watch shows, do your work, make calls, and so much more with more immersion than any of Apple's other devices could ever achieve. And all of that while sitting at your desk and wearing the new headset. It is Apple's first device that you look through, not just look at. For Apple, this is the future, and this is the project that they have been working on for so long. This simple headset is supposed to change the way in which users interact with their devices, and it's going to make so many other devices redundant. With this new headset, you are no longer limited to the smaller 6.7-inch screen of an iPhone Pro Max, for example. This one device simply removes all restrictions and makes everything that you do on your device feel like a dream. Now that you have an idea about the direction that Apple is heading in, you might ask yourself, how will such a chunky and big device ever replace my iPhone? And you would be right. This is not the device that is going to do that. But, as I said before, this is a two-step plan, and it is Apple's second step that comes in to save the day. The mixed reality headset is a big device that will be difficult to move around and would probably be more suited to stay at your home and office. Apple does not expect you to move around with such a device. This headset is a first-gen device that will be released by Apple in order to get people excited about this new idea of using mixed reality for entertainment and getting things done. However, it is a big headset that is going to be expensive to the point at which most users would not be capable of affording it. However, after releasing the Vision Pro to the public and getting some solid feedback, Apple plans on modifying it and using it to build a new device that is much smaller, more mobile, and much cheaper. And this device is actually going to be replacing the iPhone. This is going to be called Apple Glasses. And this is Apple's end goal and a device that they have been working on for years and years. Apple Glasses are going to be a pair of sleek glasses that can be worn by users. They can do anything that an iPhone can do, and they are going to be easy to use, making today's iPhones obsolete. Not only will they do anything that an iPhone could do, but they are going to do so without the need to be held in your hands and without any of the current limitations of an iPhone. Instead of having the small display of an iPhone, everything you look at is going to be a display, making life a lot easier. Apple's upcoming Apple Glasses are going to shake up the tech market in a major way, with the potential to revolutionize the industry as we know it. With years of research and development invested in this groundbreaking device, Apple is determined to stay ahead of the competition, recognizing the immense value of being the first to market with this cutting-edge technology. By beating other companies to the punch, Apple will reap massive financial rewards, while competitors scramble to play catch-up and replicate the same level of innovation that took Apple years to perfect. It's a well-known fact among tech companies that no device can last forever, and every single device, no matter how useful it is, has a life cycle that ends at some point. What makes Apple special is the fact that Apple is quick to realize when it is time to make a big change, and unlike many other companies, Apple is actually not afraid to make big changes. This is why Apple is the biggest tech company in the world, and this is why Apple has survived for so long in the tech market. Apple knows that if this move to use headsets instead of iPhones is approved by users, then millions and millions of users will run to Apple's doors trying to get their hands on the new device. Since as of now, so many users already own a smartphone that they are not going to replace anytime soon. However, when this headset makes it into the market, all of a sudden, Apple would gain access to millions of new users eager to try the newest tech since they never owned anything like it before.